So hi, today is day 11 of my OMAD intermittent fasting. I just came back from work. I didn't want to do a video today. I was a little bit tired from work and I just did some cooking. But I said, let me just talk, even if it's for 5 minutes or 10 minutes today. Today I'm going to be talking about what I actually eat in a day as I'm continuing in this OMAD fasting. But before I go on, my name is Norita James. I'm a clinical research scientist working and living in Germany. And I am 58 years old. I decided to start a 90-day challenge of OMAD. OMAD actually stands for 1 meal a day. It's a part of intermittent fasting. In case you're just coming across this video and you do not know what OMAD stands for. It's an intermittent fasting for abdominal weight loss. Because I notice that once you reach menopause, like us, you tend to start developing unnecessary fat, very stubborn fat around your tummy area. And every day or every other day, or at least once a week, I'll be doing a video to update on this, my fasting. Now, the reason I'm doing a video is because I've done this before 2 years ago, and it was fantastic. I felt fantastic. So this time around, I just want to journal it and I want to video it for anybody out there that might want to do that is over 50. So today I'm sharing exactly what I eat in a day on OMAD. The meals I'm going to share with you, they are simple, they are affordable, they are nutrient dense, and they're also designed for post-menopausal fat loss and steady energy, which is very important, extremely important. So if you're a woman over 50 and you feel like your metabolism has slowed down, your cravings has increased, or your belly fat shows up no matter what you do, now this video will help you build a meal that actually works with your hormones and not against them, which is very important when we are doing fasting at over 50. You need to eat something that goes well with your hormones because our hormones at this time is no longer the same. So what I'm going to be covering in this stream is what I eat to break my OMAD fast. What do I take? Even though what I take every day is not the same, but at least I'm just going to be talking about generally what I take at least 3 times a week to break my OMAD fast. And then how I build a balanced plate for fat loss after 50. How I target protein, I target fiber, I target minerals, and I target healthy fats. These things are very important when it comes to, fasting over 50. The exact food that keeps me full for a longer time. Budget-friendly options for women that don't want complicated recipes, and why my meals changed in my late 50s and why yours may need to change. Now, my basic OMAD formula for women over 50 includes, number 1, you need to eat very high protein-based food, excessively high protein-based food. You need to eat a lot of fiber, and you find fiber in colorful vegetables. And these colorful vegetables have a lot of hormones that support you at this time. You need to take a lot of healthy fat. So don't run away from fat. The fact that we want to lose fat doesn't mean that we should run away from the good fats. Then we are going to take some optional carbs for energy and for good sleep. And then, of course, electrolytes, which is very important. Now, I'm going to show you the exact combination that I use and how to adjust it depending on you. You can take 1 or 2 from it, and you can also adjust it. And it depends on your stress level, maybe the kind of work that you do, or the kind of workouts that you also do. This video is very, very important, for you, because when we're over 50, we really, really need protein because of our muscles. We need a lot of magnesium and potassium. Magnesium too is also good for the muscles. Potassium is good for your heart. We need to control our insulin spikes because at this age, the insulin jumps up, it spikes up too fast. We need to control it. And then meals that stabilize cortisol. That is what we should really, really concentrate on. So I want to ask you, which food do you absolutely need in your OMAD meals? If you're doing OMAD or you've done it before, you can drop it in the comments below. I love hearing your ideas. What food do you actually make to eat to break your own fast? So what food do you eat? Okay, what do I break my fast with? Like today, I broke my fast around 4:15, and what I took was 3 eggs. And inside the eggs, I chopped in um, these white bell bottom mushrooms. I chopped it to the eggs, and I fried it with olive oil. Now, the reason I did that is because it will make me feel full, so that when I'm actually eating the real meal by 6:30, I won't eat much. That's just the trick. Because the egg is the protein, and then the olive oil is the good fat. So the trick is to just make yourself feel a little bit full, so that when you're eating the real meal, the protein meal, you might not take much, or if you're eating a little carbohydrate, you will not take much. So now, I like to build my food putting in about 30 to 50 grams of protein, which is quite enough. So option one, you can decide to take a high protein salad bowl, you know, and then you can use something like a grilled chicken breast or canned tuna fish or sardine. A big handful of mixed greens is very important. Greens is very, very important. You can put in tomatoes. Tomatoes has a lot of anti-cancer properties. So don't always have tomatoes in the house. I do not like tomatoes in my house. I always have. Then add your cucumbers, your red onions, very important, red onions, and then maybe sprinkle a little olive oil on it, on your lemon dressing, and then avocado. Avocado is fantastic. It has a very high concentration of omega-3. I think in my channel, I have a full video where I talked about the health benefits of avocado pear. I always have it. If you eat avocado pear, whatever you're going to consume later is much reduced. Now let's go for option two, a simple high protein plate. You don't need any fancy recipe. You can do something like you can bake salmon. You can put your salmon in the oven, salmon fish, or turkey. You can put it in the oven, and then you can do something like a steamed vegetables, or something like a small serving of sweet potatoes, or a small serving of brown rice. And then maybe a little bit of that avocado by the side. Something that has a lot of nutrient rich, and then not so much, but filling, but a lot of nutrients that you need at this age of 50. Or you can decide to have something like a bowl of lentils, or stir-fried cabbage or spinach. This is extremely good. Spinach is very good. And then maybe you add two boiled eggs, and then another half of an avocado pear and all that. So all these things I'm telling you, you can mix it in the way that you like. Because what I'm telling you, you have your good fat, you have your protein, and of course, you should also have your minerals by the side, you know. So now let me explain all these things I've told you. Why do I have to use eat this kind of food at the age of 50 when I'm doing my OMAD fast. As I've been saying in all my videos, our insulin sensitivity drops once you're over 50 and you've reached menopause. Insulin sensitivity drops a lot. Cortisol rises. You know, cortisol is our stress hormone. Cortisol rises, muscle mass decreases, cravings increase. In fact, look at somebody like me. I never ever used to have any cravings between meals. Never. But as I reached 50 and moved on to now I'm 58, I'm always craving for granules, plantain chips, name it. Eh? So you tend to have these cravings, you know, and our metabolism slows down. Before, when you eat 2 hours, 3 hours, metabolism is done, your belly is back. But now your belly can stay there as if you just ate. After 4 hours, the metabolism slows down so much, you know. So that is why protein, fiber, minerals, they are non-negotiable when you're over 50 and you're doing this OMAD. Now, what do I drink? In my last video, I explained to you the kind of drinks you should take and the kind of drinks you should not take. But let me just mention here what I drink. The very first thing I drink in the morning is fresh ginger. I chop fresh ginger into hot water and I put in a little bit of lemon and I sip it first thing in the morning. This gives me, it does not allow me to have hunger pangs at all till around that 12. Nothing. I don't even feel as I just feel as if I don't even feel as if I've not eaten anything. It works well, and I also chew the um, the ginger. I chew it because of the fiber. As I said, fiber is very important for us at this age. You know. Then you can take black coffee. You should take coffee without cream and without sugar. But me, I must confess, I have not reached the stage of taking coffee at least without a little honey inside. You know. That's what I do. You can also take herbal teas. Herbal teas are also wonderful. They're amazing. Please don't take fruit juice, especially these packs that they sell in the market and these ones in the bottles. Don't go near them. The sugar that is inside that thing, you'll be amazed. Don't take sodas. Don't take flavored waters. You know, just keep it to all those drinks that are, good for you. So, is there anything else I've not said that has to do with what I eat? Yeah, I think I've said everything. Now, if you're like me, if you know how to cook African vegetable soup, it's also very amazing to use it to break your fast. A lot of the soup and a little of the, maybe there is pounded yam, but little of it, but more of the soup. And I use what do they call it? I use this kind of meat. I use liver, kidney, shaki, stockfish. And if I use meat at all, very little of the meat. If I'm doing a vegetable soup or I'm doing an afang soup, if you don't know what afang soup is, it's also a kind of vegetable for those people from Akwa Ibom State, you know. So I think I have done justice to what I take in a day for this video. Now, if you've not downloaded the 90-day challenge journal, I have a journal here, I have a link below this video so that you can be journaling every day. This will help you to know what works for you and what does not work for you. And it will also keep you accountable. So as I said, I'm not going to spend too much time here. I want to rest for today. So I hope you're following me on this journey, and I hope that you'll be able to drop your comments and your questions below this video. If there's anything you want to ask about OMAD, or is this the first time you're actually hearing about what is OMAD. You can drop your comments below and then I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So, as I said, this stream is not going to be long. I have to say goodbye at this point till my next stream.